Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We're the brothers from the great Millstone Branch Church in Cleveland, Ohio, coming to represent and edify the sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. We got an article and a couple scriptures to back up the article about this devil Esau and his unrighteous decrees, man. It's about California and a water supply. He about to have the people, man. You know, when I say the people, I'm talking about the lost sheep of the house of Israel drinking toilet water, man. And I don't want to give up too much, so I'm going to have the brother get into the article, and then we'll get a couple scriptures.
So you want to just start off with the article, come up with a scripture? What you want to do?
Before we even get into the lesson, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders, peace, love, and blessings to the Lord's elect, the Akim scattered abroad, the portions of the earth, preaching the truth with all truth and all sincerity, man. And we can start off with the article.
God, this the book. I mean, it's lucky. This is an article out of Cal Matters. I guess this is a paper out of California, and it's reading environment. It says California approves rules that turn sewage into drinking water. And it says in a milestone for creating a major new source of drinking water, California has approved its first standards for turning sewage into potable water supplies delivered to homes and businesses. It says the State Water Resources Control Board, in a unanimous vote today, outlined for the first time how water suppliers can treat recycled water and send it directly to taps. Currently, recycled water is mixed into aquifers or used for irrigation and other non-drinking purposes. The new rules, which have been more than a decade in the making, and were mandated by a state law, outline a slew of requirements aimed aimed at ensuring that germs and chemicals are scrubbed from treated sewage. So basically, they're trying to tell you, pretty much they got the technology and the knowledge to purify this, actual sewage water. Because when you realize what he's saying, he's saying he's going to take the water. Your sewage water is the water that you use when you take a dump, when you flush your toilet, when you take your showers, all that bacteria, all that dirt. He's saying he got the technology and the knowledge now to cleanse this water. But, this is the second attempt at doing this video. And like I was stating yesterday on the video, I knew a woman in the world that worked for the city government, and she basically dealt with the payroll for all the different city departments. And she actually is the one that explained to me about how, city of Cleveland does a lot more to their water than some cities, because you got situations like the city of Michigan. We brought that out. They got water that's contaminated. That's why you can't drink that water. That's why you had celebrities basically raising up money to try to fix that water. So you know what I mean? So ultimately, can you really trust this devil? You know what I mean? Like Scripture says never trust thy enemy. God,
and we brought that out fucking yesterday.
God,
he does have the access and the resources to actually do it, but
God,
will he? You feel me? Can you trust anything that this devil say? Yesterday, the brother made a good point. He say, even though the water say spring water, can you really trust that this man is going to get this water from fresh spring water?
God,
hell no.
God, because you got to take this up and think about it. Like, that requires money. To go find, like you said, you got to go to a area that got fresh spring water. That ain't really located in, like in the States. They go in other countries and Canada and shit like that, you know what I mean? Go out to mountainous regions and whatnot, you know what I mean? So, like I said, and this devil is a covetous, he covetous, so he want all the money, but he don't want to spend no money. That's why they about to start laying all these people off. But, you want me to get some more or go into scripture?
Yeah.
I got one more paragraph and then we can go to scripture. It says, often dubbed toilet to tap, the process is actually more extensive and complex, requiring multiple treatment steps. The new rules also call for extensive...
Read that part back, because that was real important.
It says, often dubbed toilet to tap, the process is actually much more extensive and complex, requiring multiple treatments.
That's exactly what we just said. You feel me? It's like it's not as easy as people think, man. You know what I mean? Can you really trust it? Trust that this man is gonna go through the proper steps and proper channels to make sure you drinking right, because he gonna drink right.
Right, God, and not just that. You know, when the scriptures talk about science, falsely so-called. So based on this man's knowledge, because like I said again, this man don't even really know what he doing. You know what I mean? Like, can you like
really trust
the science of it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, this man telling you all these fables, like he's so knowledgeable about everything, but he don't even really know what the fuck going on. A lot of this shit is experiments.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like, you guys remember that whole jump shot shit?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, they had a planned result, you know, speaking as a man in my mind, but that was an experiment. Yeah. All you people just was basically guinea pigs that chose to dive into that. But I mean, if you want me to keep on going, or you go to the scriptures.
Should we get to the scriptures?
What you want to bring out first, or just go through the spirit? This book of Isaiah chapter 10, and I'm gonna start at verse 1, and it reads. So lucky. Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1, and it reads, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Verse 2, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people.
And who is the needy, man? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and similar Indians, which makes up the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. And then further on, it said what in the latter end?
It says to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the right from the poor of the people, man. What is our God-given right to have fresh fucking water, man? Because yo biggest orgasm, I mean organ is what, man? Your skin, man. So if you got to take baths in poisonous, deadly water, I mean, man, he killing us softly on all ends, all around the border, man. The right is to have fresh drinking water, man. I think the brother got the scripture in Sirach. I got it on deck. You want me to bring it up?
Yeah, it's the perfect time.
Bear with me for a second.
Just bear with us real quick.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 39, starting at verse 24, and it reads, as his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. It's like onto the wicked. Verse 25, for the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners. Verse 26, the principal things for the whole use of man's life.
The principal thing, the most important things, the first things that man should have to live. And guess what the first thing he about to name?
The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water.
You can stop right there.
Right.
Water.
Right.
You feel me? The most important thing, and he's
covenant it. He's controlling it. Man.
Covenant, he's controlling it, but he's
weaponizing.
He's weaponizing and making water against you, man.
Yeah.
And this is in the state of California, which is surrounded by water. Beaches everywhere. You feel me? They got the biggest, best beaches in Cali. Florida. You feel me?
And you know, you made that was a beautiful point, because you brought that out yesterday. Because like you said, at the end of the day, the devil being, like you said, why would you even have to go through this process? You right by the water, so you know what I mean. That's what you utilized when you first did the shit. When you allow water to come from the ocean and the sea to be used, you know, because that's what they're doing. They're taking that water, filtering it, supposed to be cleaning it, and then putting it in your household. Then they're supposed to separate the water that we use to defecate in and all that, and urinate in, and separate it from our drinking water. Right. But nowadays, you can't even trust none of that, because like I said, I remember back in the day when we could drink tap water. You better not try to drink that tap water now.
Hell no.
You know, not even just that, like speaking from personal experience, like I had an opportunity to work in the trades, and you know, we did like pipe fitting, and you know, a lot of the guys that have been in there for 20, 30 years, they never drank out of the tap. They never drank out of the public fountains.
Because they see what's going on.
Not just that, they like the materials made out of. You ain't supposed to drink out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, because like I said, they made out of, you know, the metals, and the metals break down, they rust, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So like I said again, going back proving my point, Esau just do shit. He not really caring about the result of it. It's all about money. Yeah. You know, like with that whole the DuPont family and that Teflon. Yeah. You know, they created that shit, and all these people are sick off of
cooking out of it, right. All that shit.
That's the spirit. I'm gonna finish this out. It says, Ecclesiastes chapter 39, verse 26, the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing. Verse 27, all these things.
He even make clothes. Everything that you just named, he basically make a weapon. You feel me? You could overindulge in wine. You could like the clothing hold a vibration. I forgot which elder went into it. Was it Elder Tahar?
I think a few elders spoke on it, but I can't remember. But I remember somebody bringing it out. You know, as far as, but not just that though. Like when you go into fire, like this devil literally control. You know, your heating. Yeah. You know, you can't really. You know, it's illegal to have a bonfire for real. You ain't really supposed to light bomb. You can get in trouble for it. Although Esau can do it on his land. Yeah. You know what I mean? But if you go in the hood and Jake doing that shit, Jake gonna get in trouble.
They make it fucking illegal to catch rainwater. Right. How is it illegal to catch? How is it illegal to fish?
Right. So, like you said, showing you how he's covenant. And the crazy part, everything that's named, not only did he try to weaponize, but they all were God-given.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, that's the principal use of man's life. Because all these things are given by the Most High. You know, Esau Edom doesn't control fire. You know, the Most High gave him, you know, he remembered how to create it. You know, certain things was already like mathematical, like the theory of mathematics. Esau didn't create that shit. He just was able to, you know, figure out and remember, you know, because certain things were already... You know, certain societies was already doing certain things. You know, how do you think they built the fucking pyramids? You know? But it says, verse 27, all these things are for good to the godly, so to the sinners, they are turned into evil. And this is really not going to affect, you know, all what Esau doing, trying to control everything, you know, it's not going to really affect, you know, the elect. You know, of course, we're going to get caught up in some of the things, but it's not going to affect us like that. It's going to affect you 2/3 and you heathens. Because y'all going to be willing to, you know, part and do whatever in order to, you know, have these things.
Yeah.
That's why the devil, you know, when you go into Genesis chapter 47, they using, you know, right now, that's why they're orchestrating a famine. They using that whole mindset because food can be weaponized. This devil gonna weaponize the very fucking food.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to Psalms 94 and verse 20, and it reads, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? You can speak on it.
You got
it. But basically, you know, this devil, you know, he's in the power seat. He's in rulership. And what does this devil do? This devil, you know, basically, you know, he has the power of the sword. But now it's a famous quote. They say the pen is mightier than the sword.
Yeah.
So this devil has, you know, learned that he can write a law.
He mastered it.
He mastered manipulation. Not just that. That's a form of witchcraft. You know what I mean? That's why they have you sign everything. Whenever you make a covenant with them, they having you sign your name on certain shit. And then that debt never leave you. As long as we in these federal bank run countries, that debt is gonna follow you everywhere the fuck you go. You know? So you got any closing statements?
No, just, man, stay prayed up, man. Come back to your heritage. If you were so-called Negro, Latino, Native or Seminole Indian, man, have faith in the one that the world calls Jesus Christ, which real name in the Hebrew is Yahweh. His son name is Yahweh Shah. So with that, we're going to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakadash.
Double honors once again to our elders and our apostles of the great millstone, which taught us this truth. Peace, love, blessings, and many salutations to the Lord's elect. Shalom and Abba Babal.
Kwame Yasharala. Shalom.